Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Andor Season 1 Episode 6, The Eye. The time has come, the mission is going to happen, I am both stressed and excited. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon and with all of my reactions, and let's go! How much sleep did you all get? Answer my question.
I'm struggling to understand why my faith doesn't calm me. I believe in something. Why am I so unsettled? I mean, you have nothing. You sleep like, why should we not take hold of every chance we can? Let them see how an insurgency adapts.
Okay. The reason you're afraid despite your faith is because if this mission goes wrong, it will set back your cause.
Well, you mean nothing to them.
Yet. It's the whole point.
I'll think differently tomorrow. So you think it's hopeless, do you? Freedom, independence, justice.
He suffered under the Republic.
Just take what we're given.
And that he saw the worst of the Republic. Its darkest parts.
Not that long ago, they'd put 15,000 out there.
Crushed their spirits. Good for you.
You're in for a treat.
I'm very intrigued by what the Eye is.
Quite the celestial spectacle.
Smug imperialists. I'm stressed. I like our little bunch of rebels.
Lock and confirm, Echo. Lock and confirm.
Confirm. Falling behind.
He likes giving orders, doesn't he?
It's a way to calm the nerves, to feel like he's controlling everything.
He was a stormtrooper.
Really?
How long for?
Pick it up! Escort. March!
Aww. They practiced this. What were they going to do if they didn't have 4 men? But they've marched 3 across? Is that a formation they march in sometimes?
You do the talking, eh?
Yes, sir.
Let's make quick work of it.
Their arrogance, never suspecting anyone would possibly be here and being so annoyed they have to deal with the people.
No, they're shutting down right now. Everything's grounded.
Down. Get down. Call them. You're sure? You're stalling.
Yes.
Echo 1. Echo 1. Echo 1. Echo.
Echo 1.
Echo 1.
You've got this.
Echo 1.
Are you on point?
Yes. We're here.
It's really real now.
Are we going or not?
It's okay to be frightened. Fight through it.
Go.
It's all going I'm stressed. Stage 1 has gone very well.
Conversation we didn't forget about in the first place.
Drop it! On the floor!
What's all this?
Drop it there!
Oh fuck.
Quiet! Stop talking. Stop right there.
Complication 1.
I have no idea.
One path, one choice. We win or everyone dies. Starts now.
Fucking hell. Did it go wrong? Or is it doing what it's supposed to do? I don't like this. I feel like we could have done with like twice as many people.
If you argued, if you play us in any way, they will die.
You kill us anyway.
Because that's what you do, right? No. If we get what we came for, everyone walks away.
This is a well executed plan. Everyone's not making it though, are we?
I'll be fine.
Just they're not all gonna make it out. I'm so stressed. I want them to. Please God, let them all. Oh Lord.
Move! Hands on heads! Hands on your heads!
Urging you to cooperate.
Enough! Move! Move!
Fuck. I'm scared there'll be a repercussion on them.
They're in.
Go. I'm almost done. I'll be right behind you.
I'm stressed. Oh God, Nick Blood, don't you do this to me.
Will do. Value one out.
Come on, faster! Get it round! Get it round! Get it round!
Tower 1, this is Al Kinsey.
Almost going perfectly.
We're heading down to the vault!
Fuck.
Move! Let's go!
It's very beautiful. Yes.
You'll hang for this.
7 years serving you. I deserve worse than that.
Are we good to go? We're good! Okay, come on, come on!
Oh God.
What's going on here? This is a classified mission and you're not cleared to be here. What is going on here?
Bad time to have a heart attack. And it's all gone to hell. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh fuck. Good shot. On. He made the ultimate sacrifice. What about the girl in the tower? How do we get her? Oh!
What is that?
Med spike. Keep him still.
I need numbers! Hold on!
He needs the freaking blight fan. I know that guy needs to live, but if we all die when the thing goes down. Oh, he's the guy with the numbers, of course. Bless him.
I don't have the speed to make it, and now you want me to climb? Climb!
If he says climb, climb.
Dive!
Oh my God. Fucking hell. How does she escape? Does she change into their clothes and leave with them? Is that the plan? Is he gonna make it? Or did that just give him enough to help them escape?
I need a doctor. We have it built into the contingency. She doesn't want to jeopardize the mission. This kid,
Oh, where's the doctor?
How do we get to the doctor?
Mm-hmm. 4 hands would be very handy to be a doctor doing surgery.
40 million apiece.
Fuck.
Don't tell me you haven't thought about it. Between the two of us, we could.
Moment of truth. Is he just a mercenary?
It's an hour rebellion for you. Your brother with the orchard?
I don't have a brother.
Fuck.
We're born in the hole, and all we know is climbing over somebody else to get out.
Fuck.
Split up the winnings. I guess
I wondered if he was going to shoot him.
Thank you for trying.
Jesus Christ.
He's dead.
He was planning to steal from
Take
you.
the money and leave you here.
Aramin warned me.
I'm taking my cut. The number I was promised. I'm leaving you the freighter and what's inside. I did my job. I'm done.
Fuck.
My bill assails the coarse and blatant domination
People
of
are
a peaceful
distracted.
and faithful ally.
Got anything from Aldani?
Excuse me.
Aldani.
Big rebel attack last night. It's all the news.
Big rebel attack. I mean, most of them are dead. Okay, so that was a very stressful episode. I mean, the mission went largely well right up until the very, very end. I'm going to have to assume the girl on the planet survived because we didn't see otherwise. I feel like if they'd caught her, we would have heard about that. So obviously, I guess her plan was to just sneak away in a guard uniform, I guess then change into the uniform of the locals and leave with them, and then they can pick her up at a later date, is what I sort of assume was her getaway plan. Nick Blood ruined everything, but that's okay. I mean, it's not okay. I think he paid the ultimate price for it. So we lost a couple during the course of the actual mission. One, I mean, the dude that was... I think actually it's kind of interesting. The two that died at the facility in the mission were the two who had worked for the Empire, weren't they? Because the guy who was he was currently the double agent lieutenant, what's his face? Sorry, I don't remember his name. He had worked for the Empire and was trying to make it right. And then the guy that had been a stormtrooper. They're the ones that sort of died there and then. Obviously the kid with his ideals died, which is sad. I feel like, you know, he's young. It's not that many years until the rebellion's actually going to succeed, come into real existence and succeed. He could have lived long enough to see it very easily, but he also died making it a reality, which, you know, he shouldn't have had to. They should have thought, oh, when ship goes zoom, big crates go bash, but they didn't. And I think that kind of is one of those variables that you don't stop to consider when you're so busy working out how to neutralize that Empire threat and this Empire threat. You don't stop to think, will a big crate fall on me? So it is very sad that he died. I'm glad they went to the doctor, even though I feel like Skeen only wanted to go to the doctor so he could steal the money. The plan itself was, you know, terrifying. It was very well executed, and yeah, I definitely think it's really interesting. We still don't know Val. Oh my god, that is her name, right? Blondie. Who's been in lots of things I've seen. What her reason for joining the rebellion is. I assume just for now, I'll just give her the benefit of the doubt that she just thinks the Empire is very bad. It's very interesting to me that the whole story about the brother was a lie and he was only in it to try and get as much money as he could for himself. That definitely shows you that the rebellion is still vulnerable. It is vulnerable to people trying to use its weakness for themselves. It is vulnerable because a lot of the people who might believe in it, who might take the risks, either aren't aware of it. It's hard to get in contact with them if they're on that planet right over there and you're on this planet here. How do you get in touch with them? People might be a bit scared, like, is it worth the risk? Something like this might make you think, oh my god, yes, that was a successful rebellion mission, I can be on it too. So then you have the true believers, like the kid that died, but he almost believes too much, too far in a way. I mean, not, I think it was believing too much, but he was almost naive in how much he was believing, though I still would prefer to have someone that believed in something to someone that didn't believe in something. I was wondering if he was going to shoot Skeen for trying not, because it was like, probably if he had said, no, I'm not going to do that with you, Skeen would have shot him so he didn't say anything. But it was still, I think, very, very revealing in showing that Cassian is not a member of the rebellion. He didn't shoot him because he was, how could you betray the rebellion? He wasn't, you know, it was more just, that is wrong. We've worked with these people. This rebellion is supposed to mean something. This mission was supposed to mean something. These lives have been lost for something that mattered. And whether he personally believes in it yet or not, I think he believes in it a little bit more than he'd like to admit to himself. I almost feel like he went in there with his gun drawn because he was like, I don't know if she'll believe me and I need to protect myself. I'm going to take my cut. I'm going to get out of here. And like, he even paid the guy for the shuttle, which was kind of nice. Like, I don't entirely know what Cassian's next move is going to be. I had been wondering, is he just going to, what if he was going to just stick around with the rebellion after this? But no, it takes a lot to convince someone that something like that is worth something. I feel like if I was him, I'd almost want to know, well, what does the rebellion want? Other than just stop the Empire, what would you do after the Empire? Like, yes, the Empire is terrible, and I personally think that even if you got the Republic back and the Republic was kind of shit, it's still better than the Empire. But it was the Republic that destroyed his home, the Republic that killed destroyed the world and life he knew as a child. So why would he want to revert to that when that's the thing that made him personally suffer? His greatest story is Republic, not Empire. His greatest, like, tragedy against him. So it's interesting because we've kind of seen the beginning of Cassian's journey of going towards the rebellion, but we haven't seen the final thing that pushes him over. And I guess we do have like half a season and I think a season 2 to come, so it does make sense. What is going to be the final push, and what will there be any? Will Val or the dude in the shop, will any of them remember him and be like, oh, you walked away? I mean, he did technically just take his cut, but he could have taken them to the location they were supposed to go to rather than just leaving her stranded on a planet, unable to fly the thing. You know, he did fulfill the confines of his contract, but he also kind of screwed him over a little bit by leaving her stranded on the planet because she can't fly it. So it's all very interesting, and it definitely makes for a very interesting dynamic moving forwards, knowing where his life is headed, but I also feel like it's very real. It is very real that you're not going to have 7 people who are all like hardcore zealots for the cause. Some of them are going to have doubts. Some of them are like, I even like that Val, when the mission was starting, almost had a freak out and almost called the whole thing off because she suddenly was like, holy shit, I can't do this is too much, you know. And you know, it was manifesting as that's a big drop, but it was so much more than that. But ultimately she did it because it was the right thing to do. And the whole plan was terrifying. That I wonder, that kid who didn't seem to care about the Empire particularly, is he now going to be like pro-Empire because he was like, the mean rebels just put a gun at my head? Or is he going to be like, yeah, fuck the Empire, I want to be a rebel? We'll never see him again, but how will it shape that young life? Just the mission itself was such a crazy gamble, but it truly was the Empire's arrogance that this would never happen here. This isn't going to happen, that let them do it. Obviously, the Inside Man was the vitalist of parts, but it just absolute crazy. And then they got to think that they took such a little portion of money, yet it is such a devastatingly large portion of money. Definitely think it's good that Mon Mothma was giving a speech appealing for action on some totally separate issue when it all happened, because you would definitely not right now be like, I think she was involved, because she didn't seem concerned about anything else that was going on. She just was quite like, you know, I'm just trying to get this bill passed. And yeah, they're all playing a very, very risky game, but a worthwhile game for those that care about the rebellion, a worthwhile game in terms of the material money that Cassian has got, but I truly do not know where he's going to turn next. He can't really go home because there's still a warrant against his arrest, but I suppose with his cut he probably has enough money to get a ship, or he has a shuttle, or do something, and we will see. I'm very intrigued. So this was a fantastic episode. It definitely raised a lot of, I don't really raise a lot of questions, wasn't really what I meant to say, but it kind of highlighted a lot of weaknesses in the beginning of a rebellion. You know, someone like Skeen talked a good game. Oh, they killed my brother. Apparently didn't even have one, because he was just in it to benefit himself. But then you have the true believers, and the people in between. It is very difficult to start a rebellion. We saw that in Rebels, though in Rebels we were slightly further ahead, I think, in the timeline. Or by the time the rebellion beyond just one group striking against the Empire became a thing, that's where we were. But it takes a lot of these small groups doing these little guerrilla attacks to make a bigger statement and to show people that it can be done, which then inspires more and more people. And we are on our way, as is Cassian. I don't think he quite knows what he stands for, what he wants to stand for, and what he believes in. And given his life, when you think about the trajectory it's been on, I don't blame him. This was a fantastic episode. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and it's also just a really lovely way to support me if you want to. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching.